access. So did everyone are everyone able to get the access for GitHub or not? Were you able to do that? Valli, Karthik, Soumya, Maha.
Actually, tomorrow I will do. I'm sorry I couldn't do it today. Definitely, I'll do PDD and
No,
GitHub.
not PDD. I'm asking about GitHub access. Were you able to access the repo or not?
Not yet, actually.
Mm-hmm. Maha, what about you?
I'm also yet to do wisdom.
Okay. Anyhow, we'll do it today in the today's call, so that should be fine. Anyone who have already tried it? Hari, were you able to access Teams portal? Hari?
No, Vajang, I'll be sending the screenshot to you.
No need to send a screenshot. That will not work.
No,
What's
I'm getting only moderator can send the messages. That's what the message I'm getting.
that's for general. That's not what it is. So do you have? Tell me your email, please.
It's 117.hari@gmail.
117 dot Hari.
117.hari. Yeah.
Okay. So I have just now sent you a request. Could you please check and open that link in browser, not in
Yeah, I've
Teams?
logged into browser and I've installed Teams desktop app as well. Logged in there as well.
No, no. Right now, open in browser. Can you please share your screen and open that in browser?
Sure. Just give me a second.
Anyhow, we have 2 more minutes to start our session. So by that time, we will go ahead and do this. Rahul, any update on your interview?
Hello.
Yeah. Do you have any update on your interview that you have taken?
Yeah, not yet. Suddenly.
Okay.
Actually, I have GitHub account. I can go to your account. I can see the RPA developer, but I'm not able to do clone. So how to do that?
First, you need to fork and then you need to clone. Okay. Now, okay. Let me give you the access again. Just a second. Okay. Close. Add members. One 117.hari@gmail.com, right?
Yes, yes.
So you should receive a notification. Can you please check? So this you have opened in Teams channel. Can you open this in browser?
Yeah, I've opened it. It's in the browser.
Refresh once. Go to Teams.
Yeah.
Teams. Refresh it once. Okay. Join or create a team. Can you click on join or create a team? Let's see. No, don't do that. Okay. Search for teams. I will send you the URL. Just check for 100 developers in search teams. Yeah. That's meeting, I guess.
Yeah.
That's not what we want. Can you just confirm with your email ID what you have done? Just send it over chat.
Sure.
So everyone, let's wait for 1 minute and then we'll go ahead with the training session.
My email ID is once,
Do one thing. Can you please log in for me again?
on the browser.
Yes.
Sure.
Log out and log in again. Okay, 117.hari@gmail.com. Got it. Can you please check now once? Yes, just click on yes. Use web app instead. Select Vajrang, Teams or yeah. Continue. Okay, just please wait. Just give it to you again. Okay. If you get a notification, that should be fine, or else we'll check it later. Okay.
Sure,
I'll
sure.
try to give it multiple times, but even though that's throwing an error, let's continue.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. So Wally actually they had taken a support role interview. So Wally, would you like to discuss on that for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or you can talk as much as you want?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I have attended for Wells Fargo. They were looking for UiPath support, so already have shared the job description here. So they were asking the same questions what Vachran told here. So first, describe about yourself, and so if you see any kind of errors, so how would you troubleshoot? So that was one of the question, and they were asking about so how best practices to follow in before deployment. So I can answer that question too. So they were asking about some change management questions. So how would you do that? So Vachran gave answers to that questions too. So we can and after that, so what tool you're following in your production? He asked that question, um, and
So
what type of monitoring you're using?
Wally, give the answers as well. That will be helpful. Short answers, not complete interview answers, but short answers. What did you answer?
Okay. Um, yeah. Best for best practices, the Vachran describe about the 4 stages, right? So in development, we'll be creating a PDD document. In PDD, everything we have to mention, we should make sure to mention everything, like we shouldn't miss any activity or any what stakeholders are telling to us. We should make sure of recording all the things. So once we sign off the PDD document, it will go to development team. In development team, so we need to make sure all the variables, arguments, and other declared variable other declared data types are mentioned properly. So developers will be the responsible for creating the STD document. So in STD document, they'll be mentioning about the what is the process name, so what is the argument name. It is best practices to declaring variable as int underscore that variable name. And so by seeing the variable type itself, we will come to know so what type of variable. So like string, we can mention like str underscore this one. So then and we should not change the type of argument after creating that. So it is very difficult while troubleshooting. So we have to keep everything right, and we should give it is recommended to give all the activities as per the module name. So we should avoid the same the activity name itself.
Okay.
And
What are the issues you faced? If this is a question, then how did you answer this?
what is the question?
Issues you faced, and how did you resolve?
Oh, okay. Issue actually, first of all, we have to look into that orchestrator when we get the issues, or orchestrated jobs, whether one job is failing or all the jobs are failing. If there is all the jobs are failing, so we should stop the jobs, and we should we should stop the triggers, so we can avoid the more alerts. And we should look into that queue, why it is failing. And then we can check in the logs whether it is failing into the particular module, like login module or transaction module. So where it is failing, so we can check. But it is always recommendable to download the code from the repository. So we should not troubleshoot from the same production itself. So go to the repository and download your local machine, and you can do troubleshooting. If you know the answers, you can fix the bot, and you can inform to stakeholders. So these are the issues I found, and I fixed the issues. Then you can push the code into their production. So we have to make it all the documents well, so that it will help for future. And so that's the thing. So if we face the issues, these are the steps to follow.
So how did you maintain change management and all? So that was the question that's asked, right?
Yeah, that was actually I told it from my application support WebLogic. So they
Uh-huh.
said okay.
So you used your existing experience and try to implement it, right?
Yeah, that is 10 years before happened. Yeah, actually in change management, so there will be a lot of team involved in WebLogic. So there will be like Unix team and other teams, so all are participating in that WebLogic. What are the applications will go down, so they'll be participating the change management meeting. So we'll get permissions from those teams before performing that change. So I told the same thing. So what are the applications involving in when we doing the change? So we need to get permissions from those teams while stopping the automations, those automations, and we'll get the once we need to get the approval before performing a change. So if we do anything unexpectedly restart or something, some bot, we have to submit the change within 24 hours. I told like that. They said okay.
Nice story, Vali. That's a good way of telling a story. That's very good. So you used your existing experience to crack this. I really hope that you. So your onboarding details are in progress, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They were asking for my all the details. They asked me to fill the background check and other checks and all. Even I did not expect this.
No, you did it very well. So I really hope that this training helped you, and I
Yeah,
really.
definitely. Actually, I don't know anything about the production. So without your help, I cannot tell these answers. These are the questions from the productions only.
Yeah.
So just yeah, I know only just very basic things. That's it. That too, 2 years before I studied this UiPath. After that, I left off. So again, I started.
Well,
Yeah,
well. All the best and congratulations.
thank
So
you.
let's go with today's training without any delay. So I'm expecting others also to go ahead and give away the interviews, schedule interviews as early as possible. If you have interview, do let me know so we can see the job description and we can see. Not every job should be taken on the same note. If it is developer job, it should be treated differently. So we need to discuss. We will discuss on that. Okay. So let's go ahead and discuss on GitHub, because yesterday we completed a process and now we need to ideally we need to complete PDD first, but since we need to complete the project first, so we have completed that. So let's go ahead with PDD. Have anyone started or in progress of working with the PDD?
Yeah, Vajrang, I sent yesterday as well in the chat. We'll send it through.
Okay, so today is Thursday for you, right?
Uh, yeah, it's Thursday.
So tomorrow it's a holiday for you. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi, and I'll be also be traveling to India. So for next 3 days, no classes. Okay. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday again we'll connect.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Pragati, you can share your screen. Let's go ahead with your PDD that you have created, and
I really did not finish the whole, to be honest, because I was just doing the RE framework. But some highlighters I have put, like diagram,
let's
what
go
we
ahead and
did
do
in
that
that.
now.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead
sure,
and do
sure.
that now. Sonam, what happened with your interview? Have you started to take any interview after the last interview?
Yeah, Vijay, I have given the interview in my first round they asked about some activities and all the things that was clear.
Mm-hmm.
And in the second round, the use case that I asked yesterday, that was in the second round.
Okay.
Yeah, that according to my knowledge that I can do, I have done. And for dynamic roles, I don't know like how to do that. That I was asking from you.
Okay. So you didn't hear back from them?
No, no.
Okay. Just go ahead and apply for interviews. So, see, this is the initial stage, right? Um, just apply for all the interviews that can come in, and if you are good enough with the uh, like, you need to check with location as well and see if that's something that you can take up. But right now every role is remote, so don't wait or don't check too much on the location. Go ahead and give it. Even if you are failing in the first or second interview, third interview you will be able to crack it, and that interview can be your home location only, but be prepared for that. So Pragati, you can share your screen.
I just a minute. Let me open because I have just sent in the chat as well.
Sure, I'll be no problem.
I'm sure. Sorry, it's very noisy at my end.
No, it's very lively, I would say. Good to hear some noises.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have lockdown for another 2 months.
Do we have lockdown in India? No.
Um,
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I'm in Melbourne. Yeah.
Oh, is it? So
Yes.
should I stay in US then?
Yeah, I think I should move. Okay. So purpose of this document, I did not change anything here, but yeah.
Okay, go. Let's go from the beginning and let's complete that.
Company data.
So company data, you can add Vajrang IT services. I'm establishing a new company in few days, so you can add my name. Okay, let's go. Next one. Purpose of the
Introduction.
document describes the actions work automating and partly required for applying robotic process automation to the selected process. Okay. So PDD is not to discuss about RE framework. First, understand that.
Yeah. Okay. So we are not going to describe that what kind of framework we are going to use.
Nothing. Don't use that. Okay. In this project, we are going to create a report. The purpose of this project is to create a daily report and send it to the stakeholders. So this is very generic, but when you are going
Yeah.
Okay. So when you are going ahead with use case, then you will get more information from the clients. Okay. Objectives would be benefits expected from the business owner, reduce processing time by team. Okay. Better monitoring. Okay. And better data management, I would say.
And creating a, do we need to mention that creating a unattended robot to be executed on the
So
machine virtual machine?
until and unless mentioned in some companies, every robot will be unattended robot.
Unattended. Yeah. Okay.
So if it is mentioned only, then it will be an attended robot, or else every robot will be unattended.
So different, I think, roles as we describe in other ST documents to stakeholder names and all.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
contact details, role, you can write Pragati as business analyst, Soumya as developer. You missed. So understand what are the details that you are filling in this document. So you need to fill in the same, or mostly as per the requirement.
Yeah. Stakeholders. Yeah. So
No, don't add
no.
stakeholders. That's not the correct word. Either it will be project manager
MS
or
business SME.
business SME you can write, and you can also write process manager or product owner, process owner. Okay, so you can write Karthik as business SME and product owner. Let's pick up a name. First name that comes up in the chat, Ganesh. So Ganesh, you can write it as product owner.
Minimum prerequisite. Do we need to change anything?
Yes. A field in definition document, test data, and user access for the creation of the accounts. And what else do we require other than this? We don't require anything else, right?
Test data, user access. Do we need to mention about the environment?
We need to mention.
Testing.
Test data is already mentioned, but clearly mentioned that we need to have a lower environment to create robots. So, how many of you know what is a lower environment and what is a higher environment?
No, don't know.
So, who know it? Can you please raise the hand?
Normally, just like what we can say that in terms of CI/CD pipeline.
Uh, just what is the lower environment and what is the higher environment? That's what I want.
Maybe very less specification of the objects or
Yeah, like we can say that we build out a very small scale model where we test everything and then
No, no,
put
no,
it
no.
to
See,
the upper
keep it simple. Lower environment is the environment where a bot is developed or bot requires to access. For example, if you have a application, production application is different from that of a development and UAT environment. Like the same code will be available. Take UiPath as an example. The one that we are running right now is UAT. Like community version is UAT for UiPath, because they will release all the latest version, latest updates in our machines, and we will test it. And if like, I'm not sure if you have if you know it or not, but data will be sent from your machine of the UiPath usage. If there are any exceptions, the email will be sent. Sorry, data will be logged in UiPath servers. So our environment, our UiPath community versions are UAT environments. The ones that are taken in the offices with licenses are production environments, production machines. Okay, and the ones that UiPath is developing is a development environment. In the same way, to develop a robot, for we cannot work on production application, right? So we will ask users or product owners to give us a sample application or the same application with the test information, test data, not the production data. So that is a lower environment.
Sorry, Vajrang, one question here. Like normally in simple terms, if we say that we have four environments: development, testing, staging, production, right?
Yeah.
So here, when we are talking about the lower environment where we will develop the bot, to which environment we are mapping here?
You can talk about, you can say that that's development environment, and QA can also be taken. But staging, there will not be again staging and production. Like staging and QA can be termed as one, and that's QA. That's it.
Yeah, right. That's fine. And that depends on obviously the organization.
Yes, depends on how they want to maintain different streams of their code. Okay. Yeah. Let's go with the next one.
Process overview. Yeah, so just I have mentioned about the process name,
Yeah.
then process area. We are going to extract the data for the company B only.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I have mentioned about the short description to calculate the data for the company B and calculating the total sales for company B. So, and these are the filters which we are going to use.
Okay.
And role required automation developer, and to create this bot, and then schedule daily, then process execution time, expected increase of volume in the next. We can mention like as per depending upon what kind of environment we are working. If we have some data from the production like peak period, we will know that the transaction for this module, like this is the high peak period.
Yeah,
it
that's
might
correct.
be the financial year or anything.
Correct.
Yeah. And then this is peak period. Peak period can be based on daily, nightly, something like that. But transaction volume depends. Like, this we can say that, okay, during the financial year end, we get the most of the transaction volume.
Or you can also say that every
like
day from
1,000.
3 to 4 p.m. Okay.
Yeah. So peak period will be something I would say that 3 to 4 p.m.
Exactly. So
and
total number
transaction
of
volume
FTEs is how many members are currently working in this. So let's
yeah,
take 17 because our team is 17 in size.
level of expectation rate 80 to
Exception rate.
90%.
Exception rate, not
Exception rate.
expectation.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Level of exception
Mm.
rate in the sense how much exception can is currently like is currently occurring. That can be 20 to 30% normally, but it should be measured properly before giving out this data. Okay, scroll down.
Oh,
Input
Vachan,
data. Yes, Hari, tell me.
what is that FTE?
Full-time executive or full-time employee.
Full-time equivalent, some, yeah,
Yeah.
let me just check. Yeah.
No, that's
Normally
correct.
we use something, this term very much in payroll projects as well,
Yes.
when there might be something that many people are working on. So there is one position, but 2, 3 people are working. So that's how we calculate FTE.
Yeah, actually, this bot will be how many people works can cover. So
Yeah.
like that, FTE full time equivalent equal
Equivalent.
to equal to the how many number of people. That's the thing.
Yeah, when it comes to level of exception rate, like in a bot or in a activity, the level what we cover the exceptions, that is measured, or
Let's say that there are 10 files and the 10 files are being processed daily, and uh, so the 10 files, out of 10 files, 2 files are continuously or always 2 files, at least 2 files are with wrong data, either with the manual errors or with any business rule exceptions. The data
Okay.
is not correct, so the 2% or the 20% is taken as exception expected.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
got it.
Yeah. So in simple terms, take FTE as one person. One FTE is one person. It's easy to understand. No,
So
don't go much more on that. So yes, output data is Excel in a directory saved as final data. Today's data XLSX. This should be fine. Go ahead.
used in the process. Studio we have used the version number, Google
No,
Chrome.
that's wrong. So Studio we will not mention because that's a development environment. Only the applications that are used in the process will be taken. Okay. So Google Chrome and Excel, and if required, email, Outlook.
Outlook.
So Chrome is a thick client. Email can be an SMTP one, so that can be thin client, and Excel can also be a thin client because we are not using Excel, but you can mention thick or thin client, that's fine. And environment or access method, like this test or dev environment, that's what we mentioned. Okay, process map, go to process map.
What
Someone is asking a question, go
do
ahead.
you mean by thin? What do you mean by thick client and thin client?
So thick client is some application that is installed in your machine. Thin client is any application that runs on Citrix environment, or it runs in browser, or nowadays you have PWA apps, right? So you can add a shortcut on desktop, your web application or website. You can add it as a shortcut on your desktop, and you can open it directly. So that can be treated as a thin client.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So can you please increase it a bit? We are not able to see it properly. So this you have created in
Are
task
you
capture.
able to see or no?
Task capture, right?
Yeah, task capture.
Okay.
And I have used that in diagram. There were 2 task capture. First option, I build diagram something. Yeah.
Yes. So calculate the amount. Pay after this distribution button between 18 and 20. Fund code contains UN and UN. Save data in Excel and okay, this is fine. Let's go ahead. high level statistics. So this is automatically recorded, so no need to worry too much on this. Let's go. Yes, so company data we are taking. So there you need to filter out, scroll down. Let's see what are the screenshots that you have added. If the value goes if value, then go to 3 account payable, and if value, then go to 6, ignore rest of the data. So what is 3 if value?
So value is if company is equal to company B, then calculate the amount payable. I think just need to change this terminology because it has
Exactly.
been auto captured. Yeah.
Exactly. So please change that. Okay, scroll. No need to change it now. You can change it later because
Yeah.
we have only 20 more minutes. So we'll discuss on this, and we also need to discuss on different things, GitHub as well. So go ahead. If the value
Right.
is go 5, yeah, these can be taken. So again, these are taken from the process detail to be process. Okay, scroll down. Okay, this one you need to draw. To be
Which one?
To be processed, you need to draw. Process.
Detailed process.
Yeah. So the process map, what is the difference between as is process and to be processes? In as is process, you will mention what manual work you are doing. So in to be process, this is different, right? So in to be process, what you can mention is read the data and filter out company B. So that's a different way. Filtering, then if after filtering, then you are calculating the sum. So that steps you can add directly or blocks.
Okay, so it can be added as a step, or do we need like flow diagram or something?
Flow diagram. Flow diagram.
Flow diagram. Okay, so that can be done using task capture only.
Yes, you can use swim lanes if you ask me. Do you know how to create swim lanes?
I have used one, but it's been long. Yeah, but yeah, can try that.
Just go ahead and try, because most of the diagrams in RPA will be swim lanes. It will be easy to check out because there will be differentiation with applications and process. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Scroll down. So if there are any parallel activities that we can use,
What do you mean by parallel initiative?
for example, along with this, if there is any other sub process that's taken up.
In scope of RPA. So I think this all activities, do we need to mention that what are we going to do in scope?
Yeah, so activities in scope is calculation of the report.
Yeah.
What is not in scope is to check if the report to make sure that the report is available. That's not with bot scope. If the report is available, then bot will work, or else it will not work. That's not so. You need to clearly mention users like what is in scope, and application, like if the website is down, that's not in scope for a bot. Like the maintenance of the web application is not in scope, so that you can write. Okay, so the more you add, the more details you can capture it here. Just go ahead and complete it, and after the so I want everyone to do this, so please go ahead and do this, and let's go with GitHub. So let's go with someone else. Hari, do you have GitHub access? Sorry, we missed out exception handling.
No.
Just go with
Exception.
exception handling. Yeah, exception handling, you can mention it here, like business rule exception. We can write BRE001. No. So there are two exceptions: business rule exceptions and system exceptions. Do you know the difference?
Yeah, so systemic business exception, when we are talking about, we are, 1 minute, let me check.
So for in that particular table, let's say that company A, any detail with company A should be treated as business rule exception, and report should not be prepared for it. So that's
Okay.
business rule exception 1. And if the total is more than 100 for any company, then report that to a different team. That is one more business rule. So system exception, you need to mention down, not here. Scroll down. application or error exceptions you need to mention here. Okay. For example, all of a sudden Excel crashed, then what you need to do? And if the application did not respond, what you need to do? Okay, those details you need to take it here. Scroll down, please. Known and unknown errors, you just need to mention them and scroll down. Reporting like process logs daily, monthly, and transaction logs daily. How are we sending the updated reports? Are we sending it in Kibana or a CSV format? How exactly are we doing? So that we can mention it here. Okay.
Okay.
Scroll down, please. So any additional source of documentation you can mention it here. Recording video link, operation procedure, business rules library, all these details.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So Hari, can you please share your screen? Let's go ahead with GitHub fast. We have only 15 minutes of time.
Vajrang, I'll not be able to share this thing because I've logged into Office as well now.
Do one thing. Who else can do that? Prashant, can you do that? Prashant? Prashant, can you please unmute and talk? Okay, since Prashant is not responding, I am removing from the meeting. So please go ahead and join again with audio, Prashant. Thank you. And yeah, Maha, can you please share your screen?
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you have GitHub access?
No, I don't have.
Yesterday I have shown you, right, how to access GitHub. So please go ahead, everyone, please go with GitHub, because from next project we will be working on GitHub, and we'll be working with we'll try to create bugs, we'll try to create tasks, and everything will be done in GitHub.
Hey Bajrang, can I share my screen? I just have some question because I have not worked on GitHub desktop application. I was using Linux always.
Okay, you can share.
Yes, thank you.
So by the time, please Maha create the account.
Yeah, sure.
So
Bajrang,
yeah,
here when we are searching for repository, which option we choose? Normally, because in if I use another one, it's very easy. When I just log into GitHub and fork the repository. But here I'm not sure about the desktop.
no, this is the same. All is this is the UI, other than using a console. So what you can do, go ahead with GitHub URL, github.com. Yeah, I think first you need to go and fork my code. Go to your github.com.
GitHub.com. Okay.
Yeah. Search for Vajrang UiPath.
B, I think, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Vajrang -B. Enter. Yep, repositories, users. Just check for users. Yeah, the users, last one. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
click on that.
So
Repositories
after December 30, yeah, fork, where it is, yeah.
on the right side. So when we are saying fork, it means that you are creating a fork for yourself. Like this is separate code for you. Okay, click on code. No, go ahead and click on code. Green button.
Green button.
Open in desktop. Open in GitHub desktop. Yep. Open. So now you can clone it in your local.
Yeah.
Clone it in your local. Clone it in your desktop. Clone it in GitHub. Clone it in desktop. Yep. Open. So now you can clone it in your local. So now you can clone it in your local. So now you can clone it in your local. So now you can clone it in your local. So now you can clone it in your local. create a folder with your name.
I think it will automatically create this repository.
Yep. Go to the folder path. I think it's there in. Okay. So Prashant is traveling. That's fine, Prashant. Just drop a message when if you're not able to talk. Okay. So you have the repository now, and if you want to make any change, okay, go to repository, open that in Explorer, file explorer. That will be in your local.
Okay, file explorer.
You can click on repository on the top and then open Explorer, open in Explorer. Even that will work.
Open in
Show in Explorer.
Yeah.
So create your own project. Folder. So any code you make changes or anything that you do it only in this folder so that it will be easier, or else there will be a lot of issues and we may need to merge and remove some of the data. Okay. Click on open Pragati and then add a sample file, or what you can do is you can also add a PDD over here. The saved PDD you can save it over here. Okay, Git is the application that you are using to maintain the repo. GitHub is like Git and GitHub Desktop are to maintain the repo in your local machine. GitHub is like a service. Those GitHub companies providing you a cloud space to save your code with all the branches and all. Okay, so that is the difference. And Git bucket is also a service, but for everything you can use Git SCM and Git desktop and Git you can say Git desktop console and command prompt activities as well. So Git is like a version management system. So other version management systems are SVN as well as TFS. So SVN is again the application, and the service that provides SVN service is provided by Tortoise SVN. So that application you can use, and it's like open applications. And with respect to TFS, TFS is again Team Foundation Service. That is one more way how you can maintain the code. So we will work on them. So just give out data here. Create company PDD. Just give out not there. You can add on the top. First you need to add here.
So company PDD I have.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's fine. You need to write a comment, not the description, because comment is compulsory. Yeah, that's the comment.
This one. Okay.
Create a company data PDD, and you can tag someone if you want. You can add plus at the bottom. You have plus, right? Add authors. You can write @Vajrang, my name. Okay, you can link in anyone.
So when we are saying comment, is the same what we use using Linux, the tag?
Yes, correct. Okay. Commit to main. So what it will do is the main branch will be whatever we are working. So that will be stored in your local machine. Just a second, don't push. If you refresh the website once, go to GitHub desktop and GitHub website.
Yeah.
Refresh. So if you refresh, you will not see the folder here. Scroll down.
Yeah, probably no, not yet.
Okay, now you can push it.
push to origin. Yeah.
Now you are pushing it to website or the service.
Yeah.
Push it, click on push origin, then this will be sent into your fork, like your repository. But who is maintaining this repository currently? I am maintaining it, right?
You are maintaining, but now it will be just coming as where I have done the fork at my on my GitHub.
Yes, it will be in your GitHub. But if you want changes to be made in my GitHub, or like if you want to make the changes in my service, like take my repo as a production repo and your repo as a development repo. So whenever you want to make change, you will make a change, make sure everything is correct, and you will make a pull request.
Yeah, but you will have choice, like whether you want to accept that or not, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, click on pull requests. Pull request on the top.
Yeah. Okay.
Click a new pull request. So it's clearly saying that there are no able to merge and there are no issues with the commit, and you can mention like the base project is mine, that's correct, and yours is the head project where you want to move the code from. Okay, there is only one file that's changed, that is pdd. Okay, that's with create pdd is what you are doing. Make a pull request. Yeah,
Merge.
yes, just create a pull request, please. So now this pull request will be added to my user account. Okay, so let me just go ahead and accept it. So I'll try to share my screen, please check that. Share. Yeah. So Pragati, these are the information that I'm getting. Start. Okay, so if you see here, I have two pull requests that are available. One by Maya, that's from previous team, and this is by Pragati. So I will check. Okay, and there is no conflict in this. I will check with what are the changes that are available. So there is this particular version. I can see all the details from here. Okay, this is the new PDD that's created. I will review the changes and then approve it. And also I can add a comment or I can request change as well, but I will submit review. Approve. So approve and run. And
So in project, who will be approving this?
Project manager or who will maintain the code, team lead or anyone.
Okay.
So there are many issues that are available. So we will also create issues and bugs very soon. So let's see. So these if you see here, we need to have this particular old project is open in their machine, and the local folder is will be unique for everyone. So whenever they try to open my project, a local folder file will be created for them. So that's the reason it's throwing an error. But now if you see here, I have Pragati's data with my data that is there in my repo. Okay, if I want to go to Pragati, I can just go to Pragati's repo as well. So I can just go ahead and check with Pragati now. I can check her details as well. So this is the way how we maintain the code. Whenever there is a new request, we'll try to create a sub branch and then we'll update it. But I'm not sure how every organization will use this or not, but this is very important to understand.
But Ram, sorry, one question. Yeah. While working with Windows machine, so what we need is just the GitHub GitHub, right? Because when we work on Linux, normally we install the Git.
So again, Git is an application that's in command line.
Yeah, right.
So GitHub Desktop is like a UI version of Git.
Okay. So other than this, we don't need any installation on Windows machine. Yeah.
That's correct. And if you want, you can also use your UiPath to make changes and make commits. Even UiPath supports Git.
Yeah, I have seen that SVN, TFS, and Git. Yeah.
Okay. So our training session is completed. All I need from you is today's task. Go ahead and create your own folders. Fork it, create your own folders, and then add the PDDs and then make a pull request. I need to see all the pull requests. One pull request from everyone. That's what we require.
Vasang, I do have a question over here. So basically, I think that we have a small activity of reading the Excel data and pasting it in some other Excel data.
Okay.
So if this is the project, so we'll be creating that particular project, like we'll be pull requesting those details, and you'll be reviewing it and accepting it. So from there, how it goes to the production server, I just want to understand, because I am well versed with the Visual Studio kind of environment, but when it comes to UiPath, I am not aware. How does that go?
Okay.
Is there a kind of build kind of thing in UiPath, or?
Okay, so in UiPath there is an option called publish, and the option will also allow you to publish in your local.
Okay.
So when you're publishing it to your local, it will create a package, .NuGet package.
Okay.
That you will commit it into GitHub, and that will be moved into Orchestrator.
Oh, okay. So basically, that publish will do the build task in normal development process in .NET, right?
Correct.
Okay. So as the developers, we'll only be submitting our activities or projects to the respective repositories and getting it reviewed. And if the pull request is approved, then the developer's task is done from there.
Correct. Any other questions?
I have one question.
Uh-huh.
Hello.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, like while creating the PDD document, we are creating the flows, right? If we missed out something in the flow and we created a PDD, we have to go back again and do it from the beginning, or is there any way we can edit it?
PDD is a Word document. You can edit it anytime.
No, like in the task capture, we are doing the flows and then we are exporting it to Word. Right?
So normally we will not do everything in task capture. We use Visio to create diagrams, and we use Word document to create the Word documents. So I use task capture because that's the latest version by UiPath, and in future that will be in mainstream.
Okay.
So if you want to change anything, you can save that flow, and it will be saved in task capture mode or short form or extension. And in future, if you want to add some steps, you can edit the flow and you can make changes.
Editing it and we have to export it again into Word file and then with the other thing.
You can export the particular image alone, and then you can paste that image.
But can we send like that? No, that's okay.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
No, I didn't know that we can do that particular process can be exported. I didn't know that. I thought we have to export the complete process every time.
No, you have an option to export the complete picture. I would say not the there is an option to export the picture, and there is also an option to create it as a Word document. So if you don't select Word document, you will see different options. Just explore the tool once.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Any other questions? If no, have a great day, have a great week, and happy Ganesh Chaturthi. All the best. Go ahead and take all the interviews and let's discuss that. Okay. At least I need to have 10 members with offer letters before I complete this training. Done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay.
Happy Ganesh
Happy
Chaturthi.
journey and good night.
Happy